How's it, guys? I'm Adrian.
I'm Jean-Pierre.
And this is the Rugby Nerds. So after a bit of a hiatus on rugby, after a massive rugby hangover after last year's World Cup, we decided to bring out the podcast again and just go celebrate international rugby. Cheers, folks. Really looking forward to it.
And this episode is brought to you by a random liquor store and Adrian's bank account.
Very, very classical. Sponsors standing in queues for us. But yeah, I think we're really looking forward to this game. I know a lot of people will consider this maybe as a dead rubber game.
It is a dead rubber game.
Yeah, it is. But I'm still very excited. The international season is upon us. The nice thing about games like this, Jean-Pierre, is it's the new talent.
Yes.
It's the fresh people, it's the things that make you excited again. Who are the new guys? Who's the next Doing from here?
And why did Rassie choose this guy above this guy? And it's just...
These are things to get excited about, in my opinion.
Building towards the next 4 years.
Exactly. There's a lot of stalwarts that we're leaving behind, that have moved on. But again, just touching on the last URC game, we got players like Cameron Arnicle.
Yeah, Elrich Lowe.
Proper talent that's not featuring here, but fairly confident in the next couple of years they'll feature.
Yeah.
Especially after last year. So it's been a brilliant game. I know this is not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I think we'll touch upon it just slightly like we did now. Like Jean-Pierre wanted to say, good luck to the Bulls.
Good luck to the Bulls. Well done for getting to the final, and we are all behind you.
Yeah, 100%. Closet Bull supporters.
We are.
Yeah. Sorry, boys. It is what it is. So I think what we're going to do is now we're just going to kind of run through the team sheets, do a bit of a comparison. No, we won't go too much into detail this time around, but because there's a lot of unknown players
in the Welsh
team.
Like I said, we don't know the Welsh players, so any of you trolls that's going to come bombard us with comments, we are sorry, we don't know them. If you know them, send us the comments.
Yeah, but please post something, tell us, what we're missing, if we miss someone else, if this is some talented individual that we know about. Happy to learn.
Yeah, happy to learn.
Yeah, I think we're always keen to learn.
The point of the matter is that we are big Springbok supporters, and that's what our podcast is all about.
Yeah.
Supporting the Springboks and just seeing what there is to...
Yeah, I think, and overall for us, it's for the love of the game.
Yeah, definitely.
And
the Springboks.
Yeah, we look. If the Springbok loses well, we're fine.
Yeah.
Which we won't do this week.
No, I don't think so.
No, we won't.
But predictions are later, and
I think let's get stuck into it, right? I think let's start with the Springboks. I think a really strong 8. I think from number 1 to 8, we've got some proper machines in here. Starting with Ox and Chair.
Before we start with the 8, I like what Rassie and co did here. Is to blood some new backline players for now, the 1 or 2 forwards, but to blood them with a solid pack, a pack that experience, and that's where you win the game in the first place. So I like what Rassie tried to do. Yeah, I can see what he did.
Yeah, 100%.
And take the pressure off some of the new backline players.
100%. I guess we'll get to it, but the combinations is really interesting, and like you said, with the old with the new,
yes.
Putting less pressure on the new players,
exactly,
and also for them giving the best opportunity to succeed. I guess.
Yes.
I think that's, if you look at, that's kind of how I see it. But we can when we get there, we'll kind of elaborate slightly on it.
All right.
So So again, Oxenshare. I think it was Frans Malherbe that said it's probably the strongest scrummager in the world.
Yeah.
Pound for pound, the strongest guy in the world when it comes to scrummaging. And coming from Frans Malherbe, massive compliment.
Yeah, that's a big compliment.
Massive compliment.
I just like him, Oxenshare.
Me too, man.
Yeah,
he's a flippin' legend.
Good player, and what a guy to maybe come in and replace Beast, because you've got Steven Kurtzhoff. He is on the sidelines at the moment, but a guy like Oxenshare coming in, winning you games in World Cups. I mean, that's what he did against England.
100%. He's that type of player that just really makes a difference in your team. And after every time a player retires, you're like, ooh,
yeah,
are they going to be replaceable?
We always have someone,
especially in the 8.
Yeah,
especially in the 8. I think flyers we might struggle now and then, but I mean, like we're so blessed with our players in the sense of the depth of South African rugby. There's nothing in the world I think that compares to our depth in rugby.
Yeah.
We don't always win, but we always try new.
But that's the planning. You can see the planning that goes into these teams. And
Exactly. So again, really excited to see Malcolm Marx back.
Yeah.
Out of injury, straight into the mix.
That's awesome. Yeah. The reason also I read that the reason he's starting is because when he doesn't, like, if you can see where he goes into the game, Bongi can't play, 30 minutes, take him off, bring in Malcolm, and Malcolm can only last like 20 minutes, and then you have no one to bring him on again.
Yeah.
So it's a good strategy to start with Malcolm Marx.
Yeah, 100%. Look, I don't expect Malcolm to blow us out of the water this weekend.
No.
I don't expect, but if he goes out of this unscathed, I think it's a massive win for us.
I think it's going to be a 30 minutes max from Malcolm Marx. That's
or half time. If he makes it half time, amazing.
Yeah.
I think just game time for him is most important, especially for next week. If you're Ireland looming, I think it's really important that folks like him or players like him actually get really game time in there and against a solid competition as well.
Yeah.
Then quickly, Vincent Koch. Yeah, I love Vincent Koch.
And his 50th game. Well done.
Lekker Vincent.
Good player. I just like him.
Yeah. I think what people don't always realize, he runs really good lines.
Yeah, he breaks a lot of lines.
Yeah, he always runs good off the fly off, and he's a real actually a forward ball type of guy.
He's a ball player.
He's a ball player.
Yeah.
And if you look at him, Mr. Incredible, you would never guess it, but yeah, for me, I rate him really, really high.
Quick story on that. He wasn't supposed to start.
Yes.
Frans Malherbe was supposed to start,
yeah.
And he asked Rassie because Rassie didn't know it was Vincent Koch's 50th game, coming from the bench or whatever, and he just like whispered in Rassie's ear, Frans Malherbe, that it's his 50th game, and like he said,
okay, whoa, let's sop it up.
And that's the confidence that Rassie has in his team. He can play any one of them. It's not that the one should have started.
I also think it's a tip of the hat to Vincent Koch, out of respect as well. He deserves it. He's most of the time he's our bomb squad member, a fixed bomb squad member almost.
Never moaned about it. Never says anything about it. He just does his work.
And the nice thing about especially our type 5, they are also interchangeable.
Yeah.
I don't think you lose anything from anyone.
Exactly.
It's just with different dynamics.
Yeah.
But brilliant players overall. And then quickly moving into it, Eben Etzebeth, what can you say more?
Yeah.
118th cap. So maybe on that.
Yeah. you can elaborate on that.
So obviously Eben Etzebeth has got 118 caps. The whole of the Wales starting 8 has 117 caps.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, something like that, yeah. But something 118, 119.
Point is, he's got more caps in the whole
Wales 8. Yeah. So again, that kind of starts painting a picture of the pressure they'll be under. Yeah. I think it'll be immense for them.
Yeah, I think. Anyways, predictions later, but like.
Yeah, it'll be immense. Number 5, obviously, myself and John Pierce, one of our favorite players, Franco Mostert.
We just love a workhorse. That's
it's him and Peter Steff. These are the same mold type of players.
Yeah,
it's the big moment guys.
And he can also
interchange.
Revert back to flank if need be, and that's the brilliance of having these versatile players, and that's across the park. But Franco Mostert. More so than ever.
Yeah, it's a lot of these guys this will be their last World Cup stretch.
Yes.
I think we're just privileged to see them again.
Yeah. No.
For the last run. I'm saying last run, it's probably 3 years. But you know what I mean. Kwagga Smith. Let me quickly just mention something. Where Kwagga Smith is one of my favorite players in the world. I don't think he's that effective starting. I don't think so. I think he's probably the best impact player in the world for me. Literally, because but usually when he starts for me, he can kind of fizzle out slowly. I think it's because he
really does start for the Springboks.
Yeah, he rarely starts.
Yeah.
So, but that's also really a good point. It might be because he doesn't start as much.
Exactly.
But the thing is, as you know, Jabir, if you have 30 minutes to play, you're going to put in everything for 30 minutes.
And he has an engine. He's got a big engine.
Yeah, but also the big moment guy.
Yeah, just like on that, the big moment. Just look back at the World Cup final. Kwagga Smith.
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't win.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
He just came and changed the dynamic of the game. It was
everything. Yeah, he changed the flow of the game was going, and I think he's such an important element in South African rugby and for the Springboks. And it was his birthday recently. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday. And also just an example for the smaller flankers out there, you know, look at him. I mean, he's not even 90 kilograms.
He's your size.
He's my size. If it wasn't for this knee, I mean...
100%. That's the only reason. Talent, much.
All of it.
Cool. Peter Setetoy, my favorite player in the world.
Yeah.
Peter Setetoy is my favorite in the world. I love everything about him. I think, you know, he reminds me of Superman.
Yeah.
You know, there's something special about him. I just think he's a generational player.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys, yes, he will be replaced, but I just think he won't be replaced.
Yeah, definitely. It's just one of those handful of players that just doesn't come around.
No, it's like, you know, Ardie Savea scenario.
Brian Urbana.
You know, it's these players that you're like, yes, people will always know him. He'll be on TV for years after he's retired.
Yeah.
He's that type of guy. People will talk about him landing 28 tackles in a World Cup final. You know, that people will talk about things like that. Those moments that change, you know, give you legendary status.
Yes.
Essentially.
Mm-hmm. Which he has already, and he's probably got it out. How many years he's got it still?
He's definitely going to make the next World Cup, you know, thankfully, if he's injury free. But massive fan. I think everyone knows we are.
And well deserved captain for this game.
Cheers, pal.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Then Evan Roos. I'm conflicted always with Evan Roos. And I think you're more of a fan of Evan Roos than myself. My gripe with Evan Roos is, obviously, for me, he's a bit of a risky player. He's a bit of a hard take. I think it'll change with age.
It has already started to
transitioning.
Change. Yes, because he burst onto the scene. Great player, unpredictable because he's fast. He's strong. He can offload.
He's dynamic.
Yes,
he's dynamic. Yeah.
And then he started getting this, like, you can see it from a lot of the new guys. Even Dwayne van Meulen, when he was younger, he also had this bit of a tempo on him and does things off the ball that doesn't work. And today you can't do anything off the ball.
Yeah, the risk is just too high.
And I read an article with John Dobson the other day, and they said he actually came and spoke with the coaching staff of Stormers, and they said they spoke to him about it, and he's using the players around him at the Stormers to calm him down during the game, keep him level-headed, and they shifted him to 6 this year by the Stormers because Achiva played a lot of 8.
Giovanni.
And that made the world a difference. Took a lot of responsibility off him as an 8th man because the 8th man's got a lot of responsibility.
100%.
And I think that maybe helped him a lot, but
still, he needs to settle.
Yeah.
And I might be judging from previous form, but that's where I stand at this moment.
Yes.
I think, obviously, I really like Al Riglo. I probably would have chosen him if he was available above him.
Yeah.
But again, lucky.
There are, at this moment, guys who are in better form, I think, like you said, and still playing in the URC, might have gotten the nod before him, but yeah.
Look, this is your opportunity to grasp the opportunity both hands, right?
Yes.
If he has a major game, he might be in the Irish mix.
We said this just before the podcast. We said if Evan Roos doesn't have a blinder this weekend, I think he's gonna fall down the pecking order.
And then you might need to wait again.
Yes. So this is his opportunity to shine.
100%. Moving on, Faf de Klerk, again, proper. For me, Faf de Klerk, one of the best cleaners in the world. And he puts defensively brilliant.
Yeah.
I know we've mentioned this a lot of times, but he reads attacking play so well, and he's got a license to go for it.
Yeah, I just wanted to say for those who don't really know that, Faf has got free reign, as does Peter Steftotoy. So they break the defensive structure. They're out of that, and the rest must work around them, and that's how good he is. That's how trusted he is in breaking out of the line and making the defensive reads.
Yeah, even though after a game he'll say attempted 8 tackles, missed 6, but he's broken the flow of play,
the momentum.
Yeah, all the momentum. Yeah, that's right. All the momentum of play. So I think tremendous. But again, I'm a fanboy.
Yeah, me too. He's my Springbok number 9.
Yeah,
I can't see the Springbok team
not now.
Yeah,
there's folks in the wing that I really like the Grant Williams type mold players.
Awesome.
Yeah, but for me, still number one.
We'll come to him just now. Anyways, but yeah.
Jordan Hendricks.
This is the big surprise of the.
I think so.
Yeah, I would have thought the Masuka from Sharks would have gotten the nod just because they've been speaking so much about him, but also he played well in 2 games before the Challenge Cup.
But I think, Gene, Jordan Hendricks has actually been in the mix for the past few years.
Yeah,
just never got the nod.
He's part of that old program that Rassie started. Those grassroots things that he started. If you read the book, and strangely enough, Jordan Hendricks is not a small fly-off. It seems like it. He's 89. He's 185.
Solid.
89 kilograms. That's a
solid fly-off.
Yeah, and he's actually shown some physicality in the last few URC games. The Lions have been playing great rugby.
Yeah.
The surprise, though, is we both thought. What's his name?
Yeah.
The scrum scar, Nohamba.
Yeah.
Sonelo Nohamba.
Yeah, he's also really exciting.
He just got player of the URC.
He's really exciting. It's not his time. The thing is, again, there's so many players, and with South Africa, obviously this is my kind of my opinion on this. South Africa likes a traditional fire.
Yes.
We do like a guy who can kick a really high up and down, can push you back, put you in the corners, because it fits our style. We're attacking players we've tried.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work out for us.
Yeah, the last one that really worked was Henry Hannibal. And then you got the Johan Goosen who got injured, who's playing very good rugby at the moment as well. I think he might get into the mix,
I don't think so.
Maybe.
No, if you've got Jordan Hendricks then, the Sharks fly off, I think his time has passed. Unfortunately, injury after injury.
Yeah. They don't want to invest in him,
They won't. It's like a business.
Yeah.
It's like, we can put money into you, but you'll break.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
So this is kind of what we do. Before we go to our wings, let's just quickly touch on the centers, because we were talking about inexperience with experience, right?
Yes.
So you have Faf de Klerk on 9, you've got Jordan Hendricks, no experience, and then suddenly you've got a guy like Andre Esses on his outside.
Yeah.
So he's really being nurtured on both sides. Both players can guide him what to do.
Exactly.
Obviously, also, hopefully he'll play his natural style, but he can feel comfortable. The guy next to him actually has the skill set. He's been there, he's done that.
Exactly.
Very little pressure.
Faf will just ease him in, and that'll be that's awesome. That's actually well put to see the 9 and the 12
just nurturing him into it.
Yeah.
It's like if you make a mistake, you got some really solid level-headed folks next to you saying, it's okay.
That's a really good point. I actually missed that one.
Yeah. So and then we can go to wings later, the battery, right? So obviously my guy, the JK method,
Jesse Kriel,
one of my players of the Rugby World Cup,
vice captain for this game. By the way.
No, Jesse, you're Easter.
Yeah, listen, and I will say it again.
Jesse Kriel's English.
Is he?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that as well.
Jesse Kriel was not my favorite centre, and he never got the chance. But personally, and I'll probably get flack for this, my player of the tournament World Cup, the Springbok player of the tournament.
Yeah,
I'm not the biggest fan, but
even Peter Steff
just stepped up and just.
But you know what I know we're digressing to World Cup. But I still see that face of him against France, that blooded face.
Yes.
That guy put everything.
Yeah, he just took the opportunity. He's been carrying bags
for years.
He's
pretty great at it.
He's probably the best bag carrier.
Hey, that's how you get it, pal.
Yeah, and he's got the muscles to show. But
pretty amazing.
He just took the opportunity in the World Cup, and that was awesome. He just played. Yes, he was good.
It's one of those guys you want to go
and that's
well done, man.
And that's the one position you spoke about fly off early on. The one position that always worries me in the Springbok team is 13.
Yeah,
we don't.
It's such a pivotal role.
Yeah, we don't.
It's with us.
Yes.
The rush defense, how we play.
Because after Joffrey, there was just
a gap.
There was a gap, and there was so many 13s came in, and then we get Kanyam, who's brilliant, and he get the goals.
But the thing is, again, interchangeable players.
Yeah, and we thought, Amma's out, and
we have trouble.
Yeah, we have
best
trouble.
player in the world last year,
probably.
And now he's out, and we all stressed, and we all kind of like JC. We all he's solid.
Yeah,
he'll do the job. He'll do the, and then he's like, hold my beer, check D.
He did it, and he did it with aplomb. It was.
No, he was again. For both of us, I'm still amazed when I think back. I really get goosebumps. Thinking about how he played. So super happy to be with him. And on JC Kriel, right? So you have JC Kriel, and I have Edwil van der Merwe, which you really like. And you've been calling him for a while.
I thought, he was at the Stormers, and he changed mid-season, Stormers to Lions. I kind of understand why, because they had their eye on Suleiman Hartzenberg. The Stormers were coming through the ranks, and I think he knew his position was going to be in jeopardy there, I think.
Yeah, I think he did himself a bit of a disservice. Because he was on form.
The Stormers were playing brilliant.
And he fitted in well.
He's such a strong player in the tackle fight. He's a good player.
But he's a well-rounded player. He's got a really good skill set. He's really quick.
And I thought when he moved to the Lions, I thought bad move.
It might be actually a detriment to your future now.
Yeah.
But look, he persevered. He showed his talent. There was always something about him.
Yes, no, I really like him. He's really good, and he's a good finisher. But also stupid things and this is what I like about the new generation of these wings. Not Cheslin Colby so much and Curtly Arendse, because they didn't do the bump, but guys like Lionel Zas and Edwil van der Merwe, when there's no space, they go through the guy, and I like that. I love that.
They'll take on the contact.
Yeah.
They'll make the contact. I think Cheslin Colby will do it as well. He's pretty...
But he doesn't have to, because he creates
quick feet, 100%. Yeah, again, well done to you, buddy. Congrats.
Well deserved,
Yeah, I think congratulations. And then Makazali Mapimpi.
Yeah, just solid.
Solid. Yeah, I'm so glad he's going to get 1 or 2 runs. I think this might be his last year.
I think so too.
I think this might be his last year.
There's too many good wings coming through now, and he's probably the best finisher when it just comes to finishing.
He knows how to score tries.
Yes, exactly.
I just think, for us to ease him out, nice.
Yeah.
Let the players around and get experience.
He did his work, got 2 World Cups.
2 World Cup. He's still good. Go earn the paycheck, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I would say, But I really rate him. Obviously, we all know his story. It's magical.
It's
almost.
Beautiful.
And then Apelele Fassi, great attacking player, good on the high ball. He's got a massive season.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, the one thing always concerned, I think everyone touch with his defense is sus.
It got better. I think that's what they worked on. What I like about Fassi, I'm not the biggest fan. I think there would have been better players to play there at this moment. But I like how he got out of the mix, and he never gave up and played himself.
Found his form.
Yeah, and found his way back again, and that's a mark of a good player.
Of a great player, potentially, right?
Yes, potentially.
Because remember, Billy, more likely his last year.
Exactly.
As well. More likely his last year. I do think he will play Springbok in the Irish Lions tour.
And Damien Willems is
Irish tour.
Damien Willems is obviously the incubator, right?
Yeah.
So, but Apelele Fassi, well done for sticking to it, never giving up, didn't go overseas, like a Cohen Bosch,
just great. Also, overall great talent.
Yes.
Well, I think since he came onto the scene, he's always been a bit of a talk.
There and about.
Yeah, he's always kind of there. He had a quiet season, but he came back nicely. Well done. Let's quickly go through we'll run through the replacements. Bongi, brilliant to have him on the starting there. Let's quickly just touch on Mchunu. What?
Mchunu from the Bulls.
Look,
Rassie rates him. I don't
see it. I think Volko might come into the mix.
I love Volko.
He's got really impressive size.
He does. Anyways.
But Frans Verheeren, we talked about him. We already talked him up. Everyone knows how we love him.
Yeah.
But for me, one of the best coming to world tackling machine. Underrated in that regard.
Yeah.
I think brilliant. Samuel Murat, for me, is fine. This is personal opinion, right? So you might have a different opinion regarding it. I think he's fine. I just don't think, for me, it's not a Springbok lock.
I agree.
I don't think it's Springbok. I think obviously
solid player, but like Springboks, you have to like next level.
You're playing it at his name.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it.
Like if anyone gives us grief about this, compare Ergis Snyman, who can't even get to starting lineup because of Franco Mostert and Ebenezer most of the time, and compare him to Salman Marat.
It's chalk and cheese.
Yes.
It's not the same.
So think about it like that.
It's not the same thing. Ben Jason Dixon.
I'm a big fan.
I know you are. I think again, time will. I still need to be convinced, but I take longer than most people to get convinced.
The work rate. I love the work rate.
There's something about him as well.
Yeah.
Grant Williams pace for days.
If the game opens up on a Saturday, that's when you need Grant Williams.
Yeah. and for me, I really like him at scrum off or wing. I just think he's quite explosive and he's a game changer.
Probably one of the fastest guys in the squad. Must be.
Yeah. JP, did pronounce his surname for me?
Sasha Feinberg Mangumuzulu.
There you go, that guy. Obviously a prodigy. They kind of taught a generational player. I think he still needs to prove. It still needs to change my mind. But
I've seen bits.
It might be because I'm not a professional coach. I don't know. I judge on what I see.
I've never had so much hype around one player
for nothing for me.
Yeah. So there's so much about him that everyone talks about him, these coaches and stuff, and this guy's going to be this and that. Yeah. But we also said that about Damien Willemse, and look where we ended up.
We saw it though. We
saw it.
I'm like, I don't know. But anyway, glad he's getting well done, mate. Damien de Allende,
we are big fans. He's not everyone's cup of tea, but
I love it. Look, he plays what the coaches tell him to play, but he's got great feet. He's got a good offload. He can play the bump car rugby. Yeah. I think really well-rounded player, defensively really strong.
One of the stalwarts. You need him in the team.
And the nice thing is, I think the way he plays, he's still got years in him.
Yeah, definitely.
I really think he's aging really well. Really injured, lucky guy not to be injured a lot.
Yeah,
very lucky.
Just the one ankle.
Yeah, I think really lucky guy not to be injured a lot. So we're not going to really talk about the Welsh team because we don't really know.
Yes.
One player that we can probably mention is Liam Williams. I think he will probably put players under pressure if they play the high ball.
Yeah, he's very good on that. He's a good player. We spoke about Tang Plumtree.
Yeah.
Son of
John
Plumtree of the Sharks.
But just for everyone, so some folks might not know this. For instance, the scrum of Alice Bevan, he plays for Cardiff Rugby and doesn't even make their team when he's starting.
And Gareth Davies, which is one of the more known Welsh players, is on the bench. So
so for me, this is red flags for them. I think they will be under the pump. He will be under tremendous pressure. Except he might be a confident player. That might not phase him. But I do foresee they'll be under tremendous play. They've got a lot of debutants and key positions. Even their number 10 last year when we actually gave them a drumming, he wasn't good for me. He made a lot of bad decisions. Look, he's young.
That year he played well in the Six Nations.
Yeah, but against us, and they got that 210 score it was. Yeah, for me it was poor. Overall,
like I said, we're not going to go too much into the.
We don't have much to say.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably go into the depth of the conversation now. We're trying to cut our conversation shorter. Obviously, the wait was too long. So what we'll do is, kind of just from the last 5 results. So Africa won 4, Wales won 1. The average score is
15
for South Africa. So quite comfortable wins in the past 5 games, except for that one game they beat us here in South Africa in 2022. But with an experimental team, we made 22 changes in the team for next game. So they won us by 1 point, 13, 12, whatever it was. So I wouldn't read too much into it. And
also, just wanted to say, Wales is one of my favorite Northern
Hemisphere. I really like them.
One of my favorite Northern Hemisphere teams. 100%. Play a lot like the Springboks, same type of game plan. Bombs, good scrum always. So,
but also they had a great fly from Dan Bigger. He was really accurate.
They're also missing Adam Beard, the captain. He's a good player. But anyway. So we kind of just went into some of the stats, but I think what we'll jump straight to in the bookies kind of bets the Springbok to win by 12.
I think my prediction would be South Africa by 22. I don't know what yours is, Gene.
I've got 30 in my head, but I think it's going to be, I'm going to throw something like 44-10, like something like that.
Proper drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, so I would like to say good luck to everyone. Good luck to the Bulls. Really excited for everyone to watch the podcast again. We'll be doing this for weekly now for international season.
And comment if there's anything you can...
Yeah, please share this, like this, subscribe, ring the bell, whatever you do it. But yeah, thanks for watching, folks. We really appreciate it. This is a really passion thing for me and Jean-Pierre. This brings us together as friends, and it always has. And we like to share our knowledge.
Our knowledge.
Love. Yeah. Anyway.
Cheers, guys. Love you.
Peace.
Bye.